Merry Christmas, everybody. Merry Christmas week. It's here. Last week was Star Wars week. This week, it's about Jesus. But that doesn't mean that I'm not going to talk about last week's affairs. So, without any further ado, let's talk about Star Wars Episode 7, The Force Awakens. Star Wars The Force Awakens is the soft reboot or the resurgence of the Star Wars franchise. This video is 100% spoil free, but that depends on what you consider as to be a spoiler. If me liking or not liking the movie is going to influence you as far as being a spoiler, well then this video isn't for you. If I talk about an actress or an actor or a character that I really liked or didn't like, if that's a spoiler, this video isn't for you. This is about talking about the plot, not explaining the plot, that would be a spoiler, but talking about how the movie was shot, how the movie looked, what the movie did, what my reaction to it was. If you walk out of this movie and start gabbing about it, think about for a minute that there are people coming in who haven't seen what you've seen. There's a lot to give away in this movie. There's a lot that could spoil this movie for someone. So don't say things. Stay off online. Don't be a troll. Don't do that. Okay, let people enjoy this. As far as the film goes, wow. J.J. Abrams, of course, he directed this film. I've been a fan of J.J. for a long time. Lost is one of my all-time favorite shows, if not my favorite show. I've binge-watched it a number of times. I've made other people watch it and enjoy it. I really liked what he did with the new Star Treks, and I really enjoyed Super 8. I've liked everything that this guy has done, even the Mission Impossible 3. He has a certain kind of humor that he brings to his films and to his work that I really enjoy, and forgot about that when I went in to see this movie, because this is the funniest Star Wars film. Not to say that it's just tongue-in-cheek comedy. It's not a comedy. No, this is like the original films. I'm not talking the prequels, but back in the 70s, early 80s, those films, those ones that we loved, that we've wanted to see. And JJ's approach was very original, but also holding in the same universe. It's thoroughly enjoyable, and this movie just keeps moving. It just keeps moving. There's not a lot of time of exposition. There's not a lot of time of just people talking about what has happened in the last 30 years. What happened to Han and Luke and Leia and their relationship and different things like that. We don't know. So JJ had a whole lot to do in this. He had to throw so much into this time frame, and he really did it effectively. And I also attribute that to the writer. Lawrence Kasdan's one of the best screenwriters out there. He penned Raiders of the Lost Ark by hand. He is the go-to guy. He is one of the best writers. To get him back in this was a great thing and added a lot to it. This movie doesn't just lay on the nostalgia alone. It is its own standalone movie. It's a movie to carry this franchise in new directions. And the new characters, I was worried about, thinking I'm not going to get behind these people, but they were fantastic. Let's talk about these characters. Daisy Ridley plays Rey. Now, this is her first film, everyone. When you see this film, this is her first film. She did another thing that was just barely even a film. It was a small little set and everything, so she's very new to acting. She brought it in this very surprising, very good performance. Outstanding. John Boyega, never had seen him before. I know he had done a little bit of work, but him as Finn, I didn't know where the character was going to go. He's hilarious. He's got this great wit. He's got this very smart, very dedicated performance. You can just see how excited he is to be in this film in almost every shot. Oscar Isaac as Poe Dameron. Oscar Isaac has made himself a name in Hollywood already. He's an up-and-comer actor, and to see him in this dude, he plays Poe Dameron. From like the first few scenes with him, you're like, I love this guy. He's so super cool. Yeah, you wanna stand behind him in battle. He's just one of those kind of guys. Really cool. Adam Driver as Kylo Ren. I didn't know how I was going to take Kylo Ren. Is he just another Darth Vader? Are we just getting a watered down version? No, this is a villain who has character. This is a villain that you know you can see where he's coming from. You understand his conflict. He plays it in his face, in his voice, in his mannerisms. Adam Driver, he is what you wanted Hayden Christensen to be. And Adam Driver plays this character. And I can't say much more about who he is and what his conflict is, but fantastic performance. And hey guys, take a moment here and just say, it's a Star Wars movie with fantastic performances. Alright? Now, don't blaspheme me for putting down the originals, okay? The original, A New Hope, Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi, had some great performances. I mean, Harrison Ford's in there, and he's doing his thing, and from the get-go, he was like a prodigy. But there are some very bad performances in those movies. And they're trying their best, but the lines are just not that wonderful. And it's just difficult. And that's what suffered in the prequels, too, because George Lucas is not an actor's director. This has been said about him. However, J.J. Abrams knows how to cast, knows how to work with actors. This is good performances. Domhnall Gleeson as General Hux. I've watched Gleeson in a few movies and everything come up, and he's always kind of this geeky, like almost nerdy, scaredy character. In this, he is a supreme leader. He's a general of this new order, which is the new empire, and he said he watched a whole bunch of footage of speeches from generals given to his men and everything to prepare for this role, and he did it. He gave this very, like, opposite of the Braveheart speech, like, we will take their freedom. I mean, just blah. Now Harrison Ford and Carrie Fisher. Carrie Fisher, you can see as Princess Leia. Carrie, you've not been acting in a while, and that kind of shows. But it's still great to see you and Harrison Ford and Han and Leia together and with Chewie. That was just some great work. And seeing Han with Chewie again, their banter back and forth in this film is more so than any of the other Star Wars. It's hilarious. And Harrison Ford does not phone this movie in. He is Han from the get-go. You know that is Han Solo. For the last few years, you've seen Harrison Ford. He's been kind of a grumpy old man. In this, he's rejuvenated. He is Han Solo, and he did a fantastic job. This is not like Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, where it's just Harrison Ford pretending to be Indiana Jones. No, Han Solo showed up for this film, and Ford put his all into it, and you could see he was having fun. He really sold it. That's what this movie was, an original, fun time. Even being a sequel of a sequel of a sequel of a sequel reboot, it's just downright a good film. If you took Star Wars away from it altogether, Star Wars had never been around, and you just had this movie, it would be a fantastic film. And also, John Williams' score, just say for a minute, it's brand new, but also nostalgically old, and that's exactly what the film is. So John, you did a great job too. Star Wars Episode 7, I'm not fanboying here. I watched this strategically, and The Force Awakens is definitely an A+. A+, guys. For what it is, for a Star Wars film, for a movie in general, it's an A+. A lot of people are saying this is their favorite Star Wars film since Empire Strikes Back. And Empire Strikes Back is most Star Wars fans' their favorite of the films. I can't say necessarily that I can compete it with the original films, but I can definitely compete it with the prequels. So much better than the prequels. Thank you for doing what we were looking for, JJ. You're a fan. You knew what we wanted. You read all the forums. You did it, man. You did it. Hands up for J.J. Abrams. Great job. Someone sent me this poster. I have no idea who did. There was no return address on this poster. It's really, really cool. I don't know who sent this to me. Maybe I'll find out. Maybe it's like a Secret Santa or something like that. But I think it's pretty cool. I've seen the image before. So whoever did that, thank you so much. Thank you. And I put all my Star Wars stuff, well, some of it out here that I have. I couldn't put everything because, I'm a man-child and I want to stay that way. If you want me to do a spoiler review with spoilers in it and talk about what happened in the movie, let me know. Put some comments below. Don't forget to hit subscribe, watch some other videos that I've done on here, and give me some comments and likes. I'd like to hear from you. Guys, as always, these are just my opinions. They're not written in stone, because what do I know?